All right, Rebecca. So, let's do this. Let's take directional light. Effects world. Okay, I'm gonna build real quick. So basically, I've disabled all your lights. Um, okay. Well, I'll go over that guy too. Okay. One thing is that you're gonna need to have a bottom or a base there. What oh, these stars. Yeah, I turned them off for mine because they were just kind of making it a little messy. So that, and then we should have none. Um, I like your cards. I think they work. Um, pretty nicely, but I'll go over how to get the other ones to work. Okay, so we have no light. This guy, sphere, set to unlit. Um, well, I don't know. Let me see actually. Yeah, so it is set to lit. So you want to set it, wait, how is it set to lit? And um, probably want to set that to unlit. And then, base color doesn't do anything. Neither does roughness because it's unlit. Um, okay. I'm also gonna make sure cast shadows unchecked. All right, good, good. All right, so you could post process volume is a big issue here. So we've got to lock the exposure. Okay, because it's gonna move and change if I go up to here or I look over here, it's gonna try to get brighter and it's gonna move around and do all kinds of stuff. So we'll set it to 1 and 1, and then regardless of the emissive values, it's not gonna uh, change. Okay. So let's start with the skylight. You don't have a skylight, so grab a skylight, bring the skylight in. Okay. I'm gonna set it to static in your world settings. Everybody brings a smoothness up. I don't know if everyone means to bring up the lighting quality, but you don't want your shadows smoothed out. That'll you'll lose detail. So I just bring the light bounces and the skylight bounces up to 10. Check on using ambient occlusion and I'll uncheck compressed light. Okay, I don't. It'll make my light maps 4 times larger, but I don't care about that. Let's go to light map density. Densities all look fine. And let's do a build. Why is that taking so long? probably no importance volume. So let's no importance volume. Let's get a importance volume. Set it to 0, lock the scale, scale it up. Great. Okay. All right, so let's go. We've got nothing out here. That's why the skylight didn't do anything. So let's set it to specified cube map, and I'll pick this bright value here, and hopefully this will go. The black part will be much shorter because we've got the importance volume. Maybe not. Maybe the second time. Right, the actual baking there takes like 1 second, 2.5 seconds. Okay. All right, so in my post-process volume, I'm also going to turn off my ambient occlusion. No, it's in the world settings. Nope. Post-process. Okay. What was that, 0? All right. So this is kind of, let's go lighting only. All right, so part of it was, I had this blue seamless, which would kind of bounce some of this light up there. Let's let's try production real quick. It's kind of an oxymoron, trying production real quick as it takes longer. But like I said, let's see if this black the second time around should be shorter with the importance volume. Maybe not. I don't know why. Why is that taking so long? Okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot and then we'll hit apply now. Another screenshot. All right, this actually does look much better. So yeah, that kind of looked like crap. This does look a lot better. All right, so Skylight is kind of doing its job. It just needs some higher quality. Not sure what all the yellow bounce is there. Wait, what's this? Oh, is this emissive? Oh, I want that to cast a shadow. Okay. So we've got kind of our skylight. So next, just gonna tweak this a bit. Just make sure. Got intensity and what are we doing here? And we want to set this to unlit. Whenever we're doing emissive, we want to set it to unlit. So I don't know what we're doing there. Set the value to white. And just call this brightness. Okay. And I'm just going to try to pick kind of a better color here. A little more like this. Oh, we had. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I was like, oh, what happened to our gradient? But that's what we were doing with the coordinate, right? But that was only going one way. Sorry. So texture coordinate, mask. Nope. Component mask. And let's preview. And we're only going to pass through one of these guys. All right. And we're going to take this and duplicate it and get a 1 minus. And then we'll multiply these together. And we'll get the top and the bottom. And then we'll multiply this. Sorry about that. You're probably going like, what the hell? Who told me to do that? Now it's like, what the hell is that? All right, so now we've got the kind of top and bottom, and I also we can intensify this as well. So if I do a multiply and a power, okay, and we create constants for each of these, we can call this gradient brightness. We'll want that at 1, and gradient contrast. We want this at 1. I guess there's actually a node called cheap contrast. Should probably be using that instead. And then we multiply. Oh no, sorry. We'll bring it in there. And cheap contrast probably, gradient contrast, needs to be 0. Okay. All right, now we can apply that. And yeah, I'm just going to try to pick like color here that's kind of matching this pinkish salmon-y thing. Brightness. Oh, sorry, gradient contrast, and then brightness. So as we brighten this, we probably, okay, right, gradient, that contrast is it's quite a bit. So let's brighten this up. And then kind of as we, yeah, that guy is too much. So the power works a little bit better, I think. Power, and power will need to be default at 1 because it's like kind of like multiplying itself on itself. So all right, now that we've got that, gradient contrast. Oh, gradient contrast. Gradient brightness. Okay, so brightness of the emissive should be called like emissive brightness. Then the gradient contrast, we can kind of raise and lower that, uh, to get more of that as we bring up the brightness. We can bring down that contrast, and we just have some more options here to get more of a gradient. It looks like you've still got to manage those guys there. So the UVs of that, because they're not looking great. All right, this spotlight. Let's turn this guy on. Okay. I think I still had mine like centered. All right, then let's take the spotlight and just kind of place it wherever to get softer. Yeah, bring up that cone angle, intensity. I don't know what I had mine at, like maybe 2. I think I brought the attenuation up a bit more because I wanted it to hit up on the ceiling. Let's go ahead and build on this. The idea is just to kind of do one light at a time. The only way I've found to get rid of these is just turn cast shadows off. All right, so you're getting that weird thing. Light map. I tried to match you set yours to from the video. The one wall is brighter than your settings because it had a weird black shadow line just coming across it. All right. Come on, load in, load in. Oh, you know what? No. Oh, okay. So yeah, my exposure changed too. So let's try to make that 4,000. First radius, outer cone. All right, let's do a build there. Nine. Where do you get that from? That all even like nine's a number? Why is this going in increments of one? Shouldn't shouldn't do that. All right, let's do like 64. Okay, that looks good. So I don't know. That's kind of weird. Why is this? Okay, that's not casting a shadow. So we need to cast a shadow on there. The only mesh that we don't is the plane. Okay, so let's do another build. Okay, let's check this guy's UVs. Yeah, I mean, you've got splits here, and this is like weird. Okay. A lot of this is like not the greatest geometry. So do asset actions, export, desktop, room SM wall left. Okay. So this is probably going to be the case with a lot of your geometry. All right, so I'll just do it on this one, wall. Like even just the soft edges here, like this is shaded oddly. Uh, we've got probably 43. Probably the UVs are not straight. Yeah. So whenever we have these not straight lines, we're gonna get really jagged light map results. Okay. Okay. So first of all, let's just talk about the modeling. Like, why does this square, why does this square have all these extra edges in it? Okay. Let's try quadrangulate. Okay, sort of worked. So I'm just gonna bring all these in. I don't know if it's faster to just remodel this thing. I'm just gonna do that. So let's grab a cube. And not even a cube. Let's grab a face. Gonna extrude that face. Okay. Okay, and then let's just bring this window in. All right, wall. All right, like that's all this wall needs to be. Let's put this guy in a layer. You're just gonna be a reference. Okay, and yeah, I'll extrude it. We can have a bevel. Let's extrude it again. I don't know why. This guy, there we go. Wait a minute. Beveling the edges of this wall too, like there's no real reason for that. All right, there's your wall. Okay. Soften those normals. And those. Okay. We will extrude that back. So there. Good enough. And extrude that back to there. And we will flip these. Let's turn on backface culling so we know what we're actually doing. Okay. I don't know why those are black. Okay. All right. So with this, let's auto map this. Let's go to our UV sets. Okay, good. We only have one set there. Actually want this kind of cut up like this. I'm going to cut these off so that those can lay out straight. We can fill in some more space. And then I'm going to take, my back, which is this guy, scale him way down because he doesn't matter. And then let's go hit layout, and I'm going to say free scaling to off. And we can hit that. And now I'm maximizing my front. All of this stuff is straight. These guys on the side, I'm not too worried about, but it's always best to straighten them out. I'll leave one, maybe I'll leave one not straight. Okay, and we can kind of see the result there. So now let's export this. Bring this in. Okay, let's check its light map UVs now. So it scaled the other one up, which I didn't really want because it's doing its own. So what I would have to do, because now we're just getting a quarter, so I'll come back into here and copy these UV sets, copy UVs to new UV set. Now there's two of the exact same UV sets. So let's go ahead and re-export that. Okay, we'll re-import. It's going to look exactly the same because now I want to say, all right, we'll grab, actually don't. I don't want to generate. So I'll hit apply, and there I've got my second set. Now my first set and my second set are identical. And it's 444. I don't know that. Yeah, see sliding here. I can't get 444. So I don't know if you type that in or what, but that's a weird number. So let's go light map density. This guy probably doesn't even have to be that tall or that large. A light map, 100 and something's fine. Get these similarly laid out, but with a better layout, now we can build and get a better result for cheaper. Okay. So right now all we've got is the skylight and the top of this light. Okay. That I'm thinking is just a quality setting. So let's get this guy. Reset his power. Oh, and let's turn on effects world. Like, why is that not doing anything? Yeah, I'm gonna place that around there. All right, so those are probably fine. Those won't be contributing too much. The sun, I didn't use. So let's see here. Intensity 38. Let's put that back to 8. Attenuation radius. I'm just going to reset all of this stuff just because, right? I'll place this in the center of the room and just scale it up 500 by 500. Okay, roughly fits there. Kind of just looking at this line and trying to line that up with the shadow that it's making, these shadows that it's making in the reference. So I don't know, maybe something here, or even if I move that over, combination of moving this stuff over, whatever. All right. Maybe I'll take this skylight and maybe we could maybe bring the intensity down. I don't know. Let's build. Let's see what this does. But this was the one I think you said was giving you an issue. So let's see. Hopefully it doesn't now. Hmm. All right, so we're getting these outlines. Oh, they are set to stationary. Let's try setting them to static. I just mess with the barn door a little bit. I don't really think that'll do much, but that might, I don't know. It's a weird, like, kind of like an ambient occlusion, something or other. Um, I'm also going to try some better settings in a moment. I'm just taking a look at the reference. Seem to do a bit. But why is this not like... All right, I'm going to turn off my skylight. So now I've just got that and that. Let's see. Let's just, let me also check these UVs. Okay. All right, so I've just got this light on the top and the lamp light. So let's see where this gets us. Okay, so this is actually looking kind of good. Let's turn this guy back on. See what happened. I don't know if it was a light map resolution change. I mean, if that was, let me look and see if I can find any documentation on. Okay, let's take this. Let's do one thing. I want to lower hemisphere is black. Let's bring it down some 0.5 because maybe it is, I don't know, coming through, washing out some of this ambient occlusion. I mean, we're getting it there. It's just not like, I mean, we're getting some. It's just weird. Okay, that looks a little bit better. All right, so I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna, this is pretty much it. As far as the other light uh, out the window here, it wasn't, oh, there was a light? Is this doing anything? No. Yeah, it wasn't doing anything. So what I had was the curtain. Okay, the curtain was a special material. All right, so let's make that material. All right, wait, before we do that, I'm just gonna do some final settings. Let's go to production. Let's go to world settings. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower my lighting scale to 0.5. I'm gonna raise my lighting quality to 2. Okay, the indirect lighting smoothness, I'm actually, if we hover over this, look, it says 1 is the default smoothness. However, values like 3 will smooth out the indirect lighting more, but at a cost of indirect shadows losing detail. If we hit this lighting quality, says over here, indirect lighting smoothness somewhat. When increasing quality to get defined indirect shadows, note that this can affect compression artifacts. I'm sorry. It can be useful to reduce indirect lighting smoothness. Okay, so yeah, maybe lower this to get a little bit sharper indirect shadows. And let's go ahead and build with these settings. So let's take a look at lighting only. Okay, grab a screenshot and we'll hit build with these settings. Now the other thing was that I had a plane, right? I had that seamless, and this kind of sets it in the ground, and we get these kinds of shadows. We also get this bounce light bouncing up and bouncing back into the scene. So that is, something that you're not going to have. Um, so we'll let that bake, and then let's go to the light blueprint. So this guy is a blueprint. All right. So it's got some settings. Let's grab his settings. First of all, it's got light. So width, something's not right here. All right, let's delete that guy. We're almost done here with our lighting, so let's see the difference. I'm hoping this stuff all clears up and smooths out a lot of these artifacts, and we get some better ambient occlusion. Okay, F9, screenshot. So there's with the, yeah, higher settings, preview settings, higher settings, preview settings, higher settings, preview settings. Some of this stuff is too much for my taste, but not looking that bad. This kind of stuff though, this is all light map UV issues. Okay, like I said, like I showed you how I laid out the wall. That's what needs to be done with most of this stuff. So let's try grabbing that 424. Oh no, I still have it. Let's open up this blueprints. Let's try to remigrate it. I'll just walk you through how to migrate just in case migrated it improperly. Okay, so just grab one of these guys, right? And see, he's got like a length and a width. It's also said directional stationary. I wonder if that makes any difference. All right, so I'm going to grab this guy. Light beam. Yeah, it's this guy, this light beam. Right? Or no, it's God Ray. This is God Ray. So let's browse to asset. All right, light beam. Okay. They just named it. So with this blueprint light beam, right click, asset action, migrate. I don't need to save anything in this scene. This is going to show me the structure of everything that's attached to this. So I want to export all that. Then we're going to go to just select your content folder, hit OK. It says content migrated successfully. So got this guy now. All right. Select a light actor to derive rotation from. Weird. Yeah, I'm not sure. But like I said, I liked yours. I think it was looking pretty good. Um, so all right, I hope that helps. Yeah, we're at an hour, so I'm gonna cut this. Yeah, I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions.